Welcome back, and we're doing a live stream chat here. We just finished doing our Facebook chat, and we have Bebop here. She's enjoying the game. She's yelling, she's screaming, and it's a party time in the Beehive. We're here at the Beehive. We just want to have an informal chat with you today and talk about some things and just kick back. We're going to have a good time today. So anyways, welcome to the Beehive, and thank you so much for visiting us. And we're going to go ahead and talk about some sports, some things, some racing, and some of the things that I did as a child. And when I was little boy, this guy, his name was like Sorrel or something like that. He went ahead and bought me this baseball mitt. Do you know baseball? And he went ahead and bought me this. I was like 5 years old. 5 years old, and I got a baseball mitt. Like, that was pretty cool. And hey, Joe, what's happening? We have Joe Dillard in the Beehive. Joe was like a cool friend of mine, and is a good friend of mine. He was like a pit man back some time ago, back I think 2005, if I'm not mistaken. He was helping me in the pits, and Joe was a good helper and a good pitman. He helped me win a couple of races. Thank you so much, Joe, for your help and for joining us today in the Beehive. So thank you, Joe. I hope you're doing well over there, and I hope to see you when I come back in the States and hopefully race. That would be cool. I'd love to see you. And it looks like you're doing pretty good. So that's totally awesome. And so I just finished doing this like Facebook, thing. And I can't broadcast to both at the same time at the moment. Maybe later I can do that. So I made another broadcast. I was like, oh, make another one. And I just chatting about things and stuff. If you have any questions, let me know. And so at an early age, I was like developing myself, playing sports. I was getting this baseball mitt. I was throwing the ball against the garage, catching it, throwing the ball, catching it, throwing the ball about 2 million times. And as a person, you need to develop your motor skills, and that came in play as a motorcycle rider later on. And when I was older, I was like 9 years old. I think I started baseball when I was 9, and then when I was 10, I was drafted. My second year. I didn't know anything. I was like this little rugrat. But I was pretty good. Why? Because I was practicing throwing the ball. I was practicing as a little boy, like 5, 6, 7. I didn't know much about baseball. And then I got drafted to play on this team. It was a championship team called the Major Dodgers. And we had these guys like Scott Bigler and all these, Jim Ledbetter and all these guys. They were like 6 foot tall, and I was like 3 foot tall. I was a little kid, And the coach never played me. He's like, Brian, you're on a championship team. You're on the bench. And so he could play me like 2 innings a game. And I was always like the water boy. I was the water boy of the team. But I was okay, but the team was really good. And I wasn't as good as the team because they were like 3 years older than me, and they were very championship team. So we won the championship that year. We won like first place, and these guys were hitting home runs. They were like, wow. And I was like on the bench. I'd get up, strike out. Okay, go sit down. I was kind of a crappy player. But we had this city tournament event. It was over at Orange Park there in Orange, California. And when they had the final championship game, they didn't have a third baseman on my team. Maybe he went on vacation or something. So they said, Brian, you get over there, I was 10 years old, the little 10-year-old, you get out and you play third base. And I'm like, okay. And so I played third base, and it was a tie score, and we were going to lose the game at the very last inning. And the ball was hit to me at third base, and it bouncing, bounce, bounce, bounce. And it was over my head, and I jumped up, and I caught the ball. Oh, I got the ball. Oh, there's a ball in my mitt. So I threw it at the first base. Wow. I threw it at the first base, and it was out. and we won the game because of that. It was like a game where we were like gonna tie or lose or something like that. So we won this trophy when I was like 10 years old. And I was the reason why we won this trophy. I was more special. And it's this guy, he's jumping up, he's catching the ball over his head. And I like that. I like it, not just a trophy, but I like because I helped win that trophy. And one time when we were racing teams over at the Victorville Raceway, do you know Joe, the Victorville Raceway? And we were racing with Steve Evans and stuff. We had this team, and it was like a race team. It was called the Los Angeles Aces. The Los Angeles Aces. And I was on that team, and we had Ricky Wells, Buck Blair, Eddie Castro, all these fast guys, these really great riders. And we had me at the bottom. And so we were racing all night, and it was like, you know, Buck Blair and, you know, Eddie Castro, and they were competing against the Victorville Vikings. Do you know the Victorville Vikings? And they had like the bad guys. The Victorville Vikings were the bad guys. They had like the Ficini brothers, and they had Gomez and Gary Gomez, and they had all the guys that we didn't like because we were competing against them. We don't like our enemies, and but it was a good match, and they went ahead and they were like tied up. You know, it was like they were like we were winning, they were winning, and it was like a tight score. And then at the end, it came down to like my racing with my partner and the other partner, and we ended up winning our races, the bottom end, and we ended up winning that championship. And I have the championship up here somewhere. I don't know, it's one of those trophies in there. But the thing is that when you're involved in winning the championship, that makes it a lot more special. And I was very happy. And I won a main event that night in my heat racing. So I had 2 trophies. I had the main event trophy, and I had the West Coast Speedway League Team Championship trophy. So I had 2 trophies in one night. 2! When do you win 2 trophies in one night? Almost never. So that was really cool, and we had pretty fun. And so we went ahead, and I started racing, though. Before that, I started racing motorcycles when I was like 11 or 12 years old at Saddleback Park. And do you know Saddleback Park? Do you know that one? Well, I won my first trophy right here. The motorcycle trophy at age like 11 or 12. It was a mini bike race. And this little guy, look how little this thing is. Little tiny bitty guy. But it's my favorite trophy. It was my first trophy, and it's close to my heart. So I really like this trophy. It's really cool. It's just a little itty bitty trophy, but it's one of my favorites too. So I won that, and then I bought a speedway bike later. I had a speedway bike, and I had to work hard as a paper boy for the Orange County Register. And I saved my money, and I bought a motorcycle, a speedway motorcycle. And I started off not knowing what I was doing, and then I became better and better and better. And I took some lessons from Dangerous Stuff Barrel, and then I got a little better in practice, party. And then I went ahead and was a good rider at age 17 years old. And I was just a little kid, but I was a Division I racer in the top class against all the best in the United States. And I was just a little kid, like I had long hair, and I was like, ooh. And so I was racing when I was 17 years old, and I was going to El Medina High School in Orange, and I was just a motorcycle rider, and just became a good rider, and just basically just learned how to ride speedway in high school, and just learned how to compete. I was the only speedway rider at the school. And they're all motocross riders and stuff like that. So anyways, we had a chance to compete, and I was able to win my first championship at age 17. It's right behind me. It's that trophy right there, the cup. It was a match race championship, and so I won that first cup. Yeah, I'm covering it with my head, and I was able to win that at age 17. Excuse me. So that was good. And then I won my last three championships in 2008 in my class, and I retired from the sport. But I went back in 2012 and raced again and got second in Costa Mesa Speedway in the main event in my class. So that was pretty cool. I like retired for like 5 years and I went back and then I almost won the main event. And I should have won that. I'm always mad about that. So next time I go back and race, I want to win a main event. So we'll see. We'll see. No promises. No promises. But anytime I'm on a racetrack, I want to win. That's the whole thing. You want to win that race because if you're on a track, there's no sense of waving to people like hi hi. You want to go out and like win. So that's cool. So I started my YouTube channel. Here's my YouTube channel. It's Brian B. You're on it right now. And I had these business cards made up because people were like, didn't know my name. They were just typing like Ryan B, R-Y-A-N. And I said, no, it's Brian B. So people who didn't know. So I had to give them a business card like, here's my name. Go to my channel. And they did. And we got some subscribers as a result of it. But when I first started blogging, it was like when YouTube first started. Do you know when YouTube first started? It was like the early 90s or something like that. And I used YouTube as a business tool to make money. You like to make money, don't you? You like money. I like money too. So I made my videos for my business and I went ahead and posted them on YouTube. Not to be a blogger, but to like go ahead and make money. So my customers, when they go to like the yellow pages, they would see my YouTube site name, and then they would go there, and then they would watch all my videos, and they would go ahead and buy my product. So I made a lot of money. Here's Bebop. I made a lot of money when I was doing that, and so, but I did the YouTube not for money or anything like that. I did it to sell my product. I was a businessman and I used YouTube to I would get up and I would show people how I do things. Like, this is how I install, and this is how I do this and that. I would do demonstrations and I would show people how I went ahead and did my business. And I made a lot of money because people like that. So, but when I retired from my business, I made a mistake and I cut the channel. Oh, I'm very sad. I would love to see those videos again. But I deleted that YouTube channel. And in 2014, I made this channel, Brian B, a new channel, because in the Philippines, there's like really beautiful places. I mean, it's really gorgeous. And I did a lot of traveling and hopefully we'll do more and more traveling. And I wanted to share with my friends back home how beautiful and gorgeous, like we had Indiana Jones, like hanging bridges and waterfalls. It was just gorgeous. So I went ahead and did the YouTube channel to go ahead and there's Bebop. Hey, Bebop. I did the YouTube channel to just share some of the videos. Like it was just for fun, I was just having a good time with it. And then when the COVID thing came, do you remember the COVID thing? Of course you do. It's this year. How could you not forget the COVID? And they told you like stay home and like clean your house with like acids and breathe all the harmful chemicals and stay home and lock the windows and die in your house. And I'm like, I don't want to die in my house. I want to be outside. I don't want to clean and all that stuff and, just have all this stuff going on. So I went ahead and started blogging full time. When I was during the COVID thing, I started making like one video a day. And one day I made like 6 videos in one day. I mean, talk about like bored. Like I made 6 videos. But I had a goal like to make just one video. Dance. Make one video a day. So I went ahead and made like one video a day. Some of my family got mad. They're like, why aren't you in the house smelling those fumes? And I said, I want to be alone and make some videos. I live on this island place area, and there's no COVID to this day. There's no cases or anything. So it's fresh air and beautiful water and nice trees, and everything is kind of fresh. And it's like an island, and there's not a lot of people. And they went ahead and protected themselves from the COVID a lot by closing the island down. We were closed down, and people couldn't come on or off the island. It was really crazy, but it helped protect the people from the COVID, the spread. And there's no COVID that we know of on the island. They do temperature checks and all kinds of COVID checks all the time, and nobody has the COVID, thank God. So we like to keep it that way. So 2014, I did that YouTube channel, and then I started making these blogs about motorcycle riders, and then I made this like channel or this show called Mysterious Places and Events, and I started like making these stories about like what happens after death and like different places, like some of my experiences, like getting stuck in the volcano in Hawaii at the Maui, the Haleakala crater. I got stuck in the Haleakala crater, almost died there for a week. And then one time in Mexico, I was swimming. I jumped off the boat and I was swimming with the sharks. They're all around me. And so I did a blog on that one. And I have a UFO experience that I have a blog. And then I did different stories about crazy things, the moon. I even have a story about this bird right here on that Mysterious Places. I did a lot of fun shows, and also motorcycle racers. I did motorcycle racers, and there's lots of motorcycle racers that didn't get a lot of popularity or didn't get a lot of notoriety. So I started producing these motorcycle blogs about people and other people too, and it was really cool. I was able to like go ahead and like do movies and different things, and just having a lot of fun and doing a lot of editing and uploading to YouTube every day too. So the live stream, I don't have to do that very much. I like that one so much. And we're just having a lot of fun with you today. So that's pretty cool. So, but the race blogs were a lot of fun. When I first started doing them, like last March or April, I did like Gene Woods and like Rick Woods and the Bass Brothers and Eddie Castro, and I didn't do them that good. And so I look back and I'm like, I wasn't very good, but I kept trying and doing them. And, you know, the more you do things in life, you get better and a little better and a little better. I don't know if I'm good anymore, but I did get better, and I was able to kind of like do the blogs a little better. So some people don't like them, but everybody mostly likes the blogs. So I'm very happy and grateful for that. So I was able to do more and more blogs and get a little bit better as time went on. But my first blogs were like, I was thinking, oh, they're so good. But I look back now, like, they're okay. So I apologize if you were my first blog, because I didn't mean it. I was just not very good at the time at learning, time learning. So that's how it works. So anyway, so I make daily blogs on this channel, the Brian B. We had 2 motorcycle riders on. We had the champion of the FIM AMA World Championship qualifier, Max Romo. We had him on a few days ago, and he talked about his championship run at the Paris Speedway. Last Saturday night, he won this big event with a perfect score of 15 points. It's really cool. And we got a chance to talk with Max about his life and about his racing, about his future. And we had his brother on, Dylan, and we had a little echo problem on that show, but we tried our best. And, sometimes things don't work out perfect. So it's a live stream, and we got cut off from the show, and it was like kind of crazy. But so we have fun doing that, and it's a good time. And we're doing this live show today, just kind of talking about the channel. Also, I'm six subscribers from 500, so we almost got the 500. I remember when I had like 4 subscribers, and I'm like, people would say like, how many subscribers do you have on your YouTube channel? I'm like, 4, I got 4. If you subscribe, you'll be 5. So I was like laughing my butt off. It was really funny. And now I have almost 500 subscribers. And thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. It's so cool. 6 away from, I'm going to make this like special about like da 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 da, the 500 special. Like, woo, I can't wait. I'm gonna make a very cool blog when it comes to the 500 subscribers. And I want to thank everybody. I'm gonna thank everybody for subscribing. That's really cool because I started off with like 4, and then I had 500. I never dreamed of having so many subscribers. That's awesome. I really have. And I have 1,100 videos. I have more than that. I have 1,100 plus videos. So it's really cool. And we're having a lot of fun doing these videos. And the videos are like travel and motorcycle riding and racers and the Mysterious Places show and all kinds of stuff. The island of Boracay and everywhere, places, airports. I mean, all airplanes going over my head, almost killing me. Scuba diving. I mean, there's so many things. It's like crazy. So we have a lot of fun on our channel, and we appreciate you joining us and subscribing. And so that's really cool. I don't know if Joe's still with us, but we hope he's still there. And so anyways, we're having a really good time. We built this live stream studio because sometimes it rains, you know, like it rains or it's windy. Today we have a little rain outside. And we have 2 seasons. We have sunshine and we have rain. And so I built the studio so that if it's raining, we can go ahead and have a show. So that's pretty cool. And we have some of my trophies here, my race uniform back here. And, you know, we just made like a fun little studio. And we have the Christmas tree over here. I don't know if I can show you that or not, but we have the Christmas tree, my helmets, and my Christmas tree over there in the corner. So we have the tree, and then we have the trophies there, all the trophies, and the uniform. These are the bottom ones, the little motorcycle guy riding the motorcycle. That's all Costa Mesa. I did really good at the Costa Mesa track. It was like fun. And I did pretty good. I won a couple main events. Those are the main event wins. So that was fun. So I really enjoyed, you know, everything and riding and doing the shows, the live stream shows. And we built, like I said, we built this studio for when the weather goes bad. So yeah, thank you for joining all the live streams. We try to do one a day or a vlog. I don't know. We'll do more vlogs and we'll have some fun. And we have some great people coming on the show. We have like Bruce Penhall, and we have lots of people coming on the show. So it's really cool. And we're going to do lots of live streams and everything like that. So come join us on the channel. We're going to go ahead and do lots of fun things. And we're going to go ahead and have some really cool interviews. So we want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. She's laughing. And we appreciate you joining us at the blog. It's really fun. We're at the Beehive today, just hanging out and just chilling with the bird, Bebop. That's Bebop. She's our cool bird, and she's a very sweet bird. And she's sweet. She's really nice. She likes the camera. Oh, she's going to leave the camera. Here, let me get her so she doesn't bite the camera. So thank you so much for subscribing. Please subscribe to the channel. And we'd like to go ahead and invite you to watch the content of all the videos and the live streams. We're going to have some really cool live streams. So thank you so much for visiting us. Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. And we'll catch you next time. Thank you so much.